Welcome to Diamond Solutions for Mathematics. Here we are discussing the topic functions of 12th standard starting. This is very important for the continuing topics in 12th standard and so on. Finding the domain and range of a function. That is the question here. To find the domain and range of a given function. Y equals f of x equals root of x minus 1 into 3 minus x. Here, in the radicand is are two factors here, x minus 1 and 3 minus x. Let y equals f of x equals root of x minus 1 into 3 minus x. Here there are two factors under the radical sign, therefore we can consider one option, domain. F of x is defined when x minus 1 into 3 minus x greater than or equal to 0. Why? Because these two resulting answers should be 0 or positive numbers. Then only the radical sign makes a positive answer for f of x. Otherwise, it will become complex. Therefore, x domain f of x is defined when x minus 1 into 3 minus x greater than or equal to 0. That is x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0 or 3 minus x greater than or equal to 0. Otherwise, x minus 1 less than or equal to 0, 3 minus x less than or equal to 0. When two numbers are negative, then multiplied we will get a resulting answer positive, and it is okay for radical sign inside, and we can easily evaluate f of x. Therefore, two options we can take. First of all, I am considering the first option. X minus 1 greater than or equal to 0, 3 minus x greater than or equal to 0. X minus 1 greater than or equal to 0, x greater than or equal to 1. 3 minus x greater than or equal to 0 means minus x greater than or equal to minus 3. When we neglecting the negative signs, x less than or equal to 3, it becomes. Therefore, x belongs to closed 1 to 3. Here, next option we can take x minus 1 less than or equal to 0, 3 minus x less than or equal to 0. Therefore, x less than or equal to 1. Here, minus x less than or equal to minus 3. When we neglecting the negative signs, x greater than or equal to 3, which is not possible. Why? Because x less than or equal to 1 and x greater than or equal to 3. It is not possible. Therefore, we can consider x belongs to closed 1 to 3. That is considered to be the domain of the function df of equals closed 3, 1 to 3. Next, we can take range of the function. Range of a function means the value of y. That is, the value of y means the total values of y we can consider for f of x here. Range y greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, y is under the radical sign. Therefore, I am squaring this y. Y squared equals this root's radical sign will vanish and we will get x minus 1 into 3 minus x. That is, when expanded, it becomes minus x squared plus 4x minus 3, a quadratic form. That is, minus x squared when transposed, all the terms are transposed towards LHS, y squared plus x squared minus 4x plus 3. Y squared minus x squared becomes positive x squared plus 4x minus 4x minus 3 plus 3. Therefore, y squared plus x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals 0. That is, x squared minus 4x plus 3 plus y squared equals 0. That is discriminant. For taking discriminant, I have conveniently departed these two. 3 plus y squared can be grouped it as a one single term. Therefore, discriminant b squared minus 4ac minus 4 the whole square minus 4 into a into 1 into 3 plus y squared. ac. A is 1, c is 3 plus y squared. Greater than or equal to 0. Discriminant. That is 16 minus 12 minus 4y squared greater than or equal to 0. Then simplified, 4 minus 4y squared greater than or equal to 0. That is, negative sign comes here, therefore 4 greater than or equal to 4y squared, that is 4y squared less than or equal to 4. 4y squared comes here, therefore 4 greater than or equal to 4y squared. That we can write it as 4y squared less than or equal to 4. Y squared less than or equal to 4 by 4, that is 1. That is y squared less than or equal to 1 means here there are two options, y less than or equal to plus or minus 1. That is minus 1 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 1 is the expanded form of that. Y less than or equal to plus or minus 1 becomes minus 1 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 1. But here we can take only positive numbers. Therefore, minus 1 to 0 we have to neglect. From 0, 0 closed interval. Therefore, 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 1. Since y greater than or equal to 0, here comes. Therefore, r of f equals closed interval 0 to 1. That is, from this we can conclude domain of the function is closed interval 1 to 3 and the range of the function is closed interval 0 to 1. I hope everyone knows the correct answer now.